Hi Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in. We're here for you. This is your reading. This is Venus in Pisces. Let's jump on in and see what's what. Cancer, I feel like you have a huge opportunity here just at the helm, and the question is, how will you take it on? I feel like you know what you're going to do here, but it's more the approach, okay? It's more the address, okay? And that might be, hey, you know, you're thinking of moving. It's like, you know you want to move. It's just like question now of like where, and possibly even, well, I'm hearing where specifically, and maybe the, how. Okay, I hear that as well. So let's get further, you guys. Here we have Venus in Aries coming through in reverse. Let's take a look. Some of you here, you definitely have someone on your mind, and I was meditating as I was turning on, right before I turn on the camera, I was sort of getting the energies here prepared for you. We have Sun in Capricorn with a Saturn in Libra in reverse. Sun, there's something that you're very passionate, you're very passionate about whatever this is, but it's like a little bit awkward, or there's something that you gotta kind of like negotiate. Well, is it like I gotta release, let's clear the energy. So I feel like you're gonna have to make a decision. Your Cancer, it's like, okay, I gotta let that go. Yeah, there's no way. Venus and Libra in reverse. Now, some of you, this has to do with your social life, and it's about getting brave is what I'm hearing for you here, Cancer. So let's get a little further here, and popping out as well as the moon in Cancer. Some of you are very intuitive here with something, and you know exactly what you're doing in a way, I'll say here, Cancer as well. So maybe this does involve your social life or a partnership. Now, this is a channel message in addition to a tarot card reading. We are doing oracle divination work here, so just as a side note. We have Saturn in Capricorn in the theme. Let's get a little further. Some of you, this is really about your content that you're creating. This is really about some sort of opportunity on the threshold, okay, on the horizon. It's a really big one, I feel, Cancer, for you. There's something very exciting that you're creating here, okay? It's very creative energy in and of itself is what I'm getting. And yeah, we have Venus here in the sign of Pisces, which is a fellow water sign. So this is very exciting for you, wherever you have Pisces in your chart and Cancer. It's going to be very interesting to see what develops at the end of this transit. Moon in Cancer. Now, some of you, there is someone here who you feel some kind of way about this person. I'll say it like that. Ooh, Pete, Prince of Swords. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, some of you, you know where you're headed to. Okay, Cancer, there's no question about the long term. I'm hearing it like this again. I hear it like that. It's a question more so of just approaching it and doing it, and that's that. For some of you, there is a little bit of this factor of a little bit of pressure in the environment. Let's clear up. Something is maybe even a bit controversial. Now, some of you, though, there's someone here who you're super connected to. I feel even maybe, how do we say, this is a project even, it's a vision, okay? But it's something subliminally you're connected to here in that way for you. This is someone here who you have a lot of love for. I'll say it like that as well, Cancer. This is something, let's backtrack. Some of you have a history with this person, past life. Yeah, I want to pull really quickly on that with a very, let's clear. There's a lot of pressure around this connection, Cancer. I feel like a lot of people may be even involved in this conversation for some reason. We do have the World here upright, the Prince of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. This is possibly for some of you something you need to kind of prepare the context for. It's like you realize, well, I really want to do this, but I can't just jump right in, you know? The Sun in Gemini coming through, or Sun in the third, and then we also have Jupiter and Leo. These can also be seasons where there are very particular shifts in this particular connection. Some of you, wow, this is may even be, I'll say, a proposal, right? Then we have the Sun in Aries, assertion. We're currently in that particular transit. This is when we're recording, at least. Let's go. But yeah, always take it easy. You may be watching this video later down the line. Let's clear in the throat chakra down the back. Some of you, this is a bit competitive as well, and it's up to you to be like really sort of like, yeah, karate chop, just sort of like assertive and saying, I'm gonna do this. Like, I really feel some way about this person. Some of you, you definitely have somebody on your mind, and I feel like you don't want to like kind of lose the opportunity. I'm gonna say that as well. For some of you, this person may even be in the limelight. I'm seeing that here with the Jupiter in Leo and the Sun in Gemini with the Sun in Aries. Some of you, this is a matter of just sort of like, you may be, yeah, this is something, a number of factors are involved. It's almost like a subtle feeling of knowing that there's a lot on the line. So called, let's correct. Some of you may want to even sort of ensure that somebody kind of, I'm hearing, gets your point. Maybe you want to even collaborate with this person or something of that sort. Some of you are thinking about taking the connection to the next level. I'm feeling that, and there's a lot of potential here as you feel it. Like on the whole, like it's very exciting, Cancer, is what I'm getting at again. So the Ten of Cups upright with the Sun in Capricorn. But there is pressure. I'm hearing that like again. So there's some focus here on Capricorn. There's some focus here on Aries. Some focus on Gemini, and also Sagittarius. We have the Sun cards here popping out, 4 Sun cards, and they're all here. Well, we pulled 2 fire signs, 3 of which are Yang, with the air Gemini, and then we've got that yin of earth of Capricorn. For some of you, you're about to create something and it's massive. It's actually something that will become pretty popular down the line. I'm gonna say it like that. But it's a general video. Always take it as you will. We also have Mars and Aquarius in your theme. So some of you here, and that's, we currently have that transit, Mars and Aquarius. We're currently filming while Mars and Aquarius. So some of you who know, like, there's going to be a huge breaking point with this. Like, there's huge potential again with whatever this project is. But the question is kind of like also, how are you going to steer and navigate this discussion? Now, there is a past as well coming up. that some of you, this is, wow, definitely something you're negotiating, or a partnership that means a lot to you, Cancer. I feel like you know where you want to head with this discussion, and you don't, and I'm hearing decision as well, and you don't want to lose out on this. Like, you don't want to sort of kind of, you know, go halfway with it. I'm hearing that as well. You don't want to also maybe kind of lose the opportunity. I hear that. This is maybe what you're feeling. Let's get further. Of course, wait, how can we really lose what's meant for us? It's 10:44 there on the clock. There could be a focus on the number 44 for some of you here. Some of you, this is someone you so-called lost touch with. Yeah, for some of you, you met them briefly. You want to get back in touch. 8 of Swords. This is definitely, though, there's something of a negotiation or project. Let's go. It is competitive, though. I'm not going to say that it's not Cancer. This is, even if it's something, I'm almost saying like it's competitive within your own business. Like, how do we say? It's almost like, how do you, yeah, like this is even, wow. Well, for some of you, ooh, Emperor in reverse. For some of you, you really want to reach out to someone. Okay, but there is like a factor of controversy. I'm hearing that again. Like, maybe there's a cultural factor. It's like it's throwing off like how you really feel like confident to really step forward yet. Maybe there's been some time, someone maybe is a little younger, a little bit older. There is something here that I feel someone has been sort of held back, you know, due to, but even just like perceptively, like they're thinking, well, I'm not here yet, I'm not there yet. You know, that was sort of impacting the way that they step forward, but no longer I'm hearing it. Like, this is the month or even the period with the Venus and Pisces, and specifically 6 to 8 months down the line for, yeah, let's go 10 months. For some of you, this is someone's, yeah, there's a lot that you want to get off your chest as well about this connection, how you feel it to be Cancer, but it's like you're gonna feel like it's not time yet. Now, there's a lot of love here, a lot of love, Cancer, Princess of Swords. Like, you know, I mean, I feel like you kind of know, like, also where this is headed, the moon at the base of the Emperor in reverse, but it is about confidence. Okay, for some of you, you are playing kind of like, or you have been, or someone has been sort of like, you know, not really cracking eyes open fully here. There's a lot more to the story that someone is not speaking about, and there's a lot of emotion again that someone is just sort of letting kind of out gradually, the Emperor in reverse. But there's, again, I'm hearing a lot of like even wandering of the mind, you know, with that, like worst case scenario, like what if I take too long with this person, what if I play too much hard to get. I feel that this is going to be something that eventually sort of dissipates. Yeah, okay, Spirit. You know, a lot of messages coming through fast. 7 of Torches upright. 2 of Pentacles. For some of you, someone is like shy. They really like someone, but there's like a little bit too much pressure. I hear like that again. It's like, well, how can I get this off the ground with them? You know, maybe again, you're just friends with this person, even with the Emperor in reverse. Somebody definitely is thinking like that they don't want to sort of also assert in at a moment in time when they're not like fully ready, so-called. And I'm looking at the clock right then and I see 7:44. I feel for some of you, someone is really thinking about the way in which they step forward, not so much just like, oh, you know, I'm here I am. It's not so much of that sort of assertive, okay, or aggressive energy, okay, of saying, you know, even if it is competitive, it's more like I will take my strategic approach. I'm hearing nice guys finish last. I'm hearing that as well with the Emperor in reverse. Like, I see this as someone not asserting themselves quite yet, but knowing the potential for that. For a small number of you, there's something that they feel they still need, they have yet to learn to master. With the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords sandwiching that Emperor in reverse, there is so much more to the story. Whoever this is not able to yet kind of like pin themselves with and say, that's, aha, yes, what I want to sort of approach this person with. Now, the 7 of Pentacles, yeah, I'm hearing, and I'm hearing that, yeah, the metrics of, and this is something someone knows, like they do have potential, but it's kind of like, it's, again, it's very strategic, like, and that, you know, but there's something kind of intimidating even. I feel that sometimes they lose like hope, or they lose kind of confidence, or they kind of like backpedal. For some of you, this person maybe has been more slow moving, like, but they have yet still to this point tried to connect with you in a deep and meaningful way, possibly, but always take it as you will. For some of you here, somebody here is alone. I hear that with the Emperor in reverse. They're spending a lot of time alone. We just said lime. Maybe they're in the limelight. They're taking time apart. Or you may be in the limelight and they're taking time apart. I mean, they're very shy. I feel like if you're in the limelight, this person, like, they're around you. I hear that. But they're very lonely. I keep hearing that. Like, they're not really stepping forward or asserting themselves. We have the Star as well. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody is definitely, they're thinking about what the best way may be, okay? The means, the mechanism by which they can sort of approach you and really sort of, I'm hearing, honestly, please you. Like, this is someone here who wants to make the most of the connection with you. And I feel they are very much like a slow mover, but there is a lot of potential. There's a lot of love. It's not indicative of the sort of context and the circumstance. However, it's really important to remember as well your executive decision and your perspective and your intuition and what you feel at the end of the day. Is this something that is empowering you? Is a situation something that is making you feel empowered and more like yourself? Otherwise, you know, even if the tarot reading is suggesting that this is a storyline that is going to have potential, I mean, if it's potential, great, it'll be potential, but it's not going to be by way of you holding yourself in a disempowering situation. It's not, because it's all energy, right? So we attract what it is that we also emit. And if we are emitting this vibration of like, I'm okay, like you're telling the universe, I'm perfectly okay. I'm okay with this situation not being perfect, okay? According to my standards and my ideals. You're not bratty. You're not bratty. You're not overprivileged, so-called. What is that? No, we don't have time for that. You're a hard-ass working light worker, and you are focused on your mission. So this is about you hitting that skill in that space, and saying, I don't back down from that, and telling the universe, hey, I know we're on the same playing field here, because it is about ascension, and I'm going to clear my so-called demons and my fears. When it comes to that space of letting go of what doesn't work for me, I will pursue my absolute ideal and standard. So it is about, definitely every reading here on this channel will be about releasing things that are in the shadow. Okay, we do not support here holding on to denser, darker frequencies that are related to the space of consciousness that's related to fear. However, that does not mean that we demonize anyone or anything in particular, right? It's about, as above, so below, right? So we need the shadow, but it's not going to be that we live for the shadow. And the Nine of Pentacles, okay, yeah, the shadow gives context to the light, right? But and so we can appreciate, but we don't need to necessarily harbor that energy and sort of hold it, okay, at a certain standard. It should never replace the values that we hold for ourselves. So if you're dealing with someone who's not ready and they're not stepping forward, and that's impacting your way of life, or it's somehow making you feel that you're not pursuing your storyline, then it may be time to sort of re-strategize how that person has and holds space in your life. For some of you, yeah, and let's clear. For a small number of you, yeah, someone is waiting for you to move on from the past. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe there is, still some lingering energy. For some of you though, here with the Emperor in reverse as well, let's clear it. Yeah, this is up to you to also say, hey, like, it doesn't mean that I necessarily, and I keep seeing 4-4 here for you, Cancer. It's not that I am, sort of like, let's clear in the throat chakra, forgetting about the opportunity. It's that I'm sort of like pursuing myself first and foremost, and maybe it is that you do still find that you're able to do so. Then wonderful. But this is just a side note that in general, okay, on the channel, no matter what it is that is a message that comes forward, the channel and the messages should always reunite you with your higher space of consciousness, and it will never be something, it should never be something that makes you feel that you are somehow sort of shunned in that process, okay? Because as a light worker, it can get challenging out here, but it will never be wrong for you to pursue your light, okay? That's very important to remember. Yeah, shadow bearers will challenge you in that space. The shadow bearers will, kind of like challenge you, okay, to kind of, question that process, but it is about checkmating it back and saying, no, I'm sure of that, and I know what I want to do with my life. I'm hearing in this way. So yeah, it's a kind of a fine line of saying, well, when am I going to wait it out, and then when am I going to just release it and say that's that, and I'm good on my own. I'm hearing that as well with the Empress at the base of the Hermit. Now, if this is going by too quickly for you, guess what? YouTube has this amazing function. It's the little gear at the bottom of the little click it. You can change the speed. Let's clear the energy. Some of you are about to step into a new beginning here, but it requires of you, and also I will say this other person, to really be kind of willing to put the ego to the secondary, okay? I'm hearing holster position, like, that's not going to be, okay, the question that we ask first. I'm hearing, are you going to be here, okay, conditionally for me? This is a matter of unconditional love. This is a matter of saying, I show up because I show up. That means that I'm whole and complete already. So it's all of me stepping forward before all of you. The question is, are we going to reflect? And if it is yes, wonderful. If it is no, not yet, then hey, it doesn't really mean anything about my potential. If I release someone, that doesn't tell me anything about what I'm willing to do in my life and where I take my story further from here on now and out. For some of you, from here on out, I'm hearing in right now. So time doesn't exist, space doesn't exist. It's a matter of I'm hearing the release of the notion of the context of this particular dimension that gives us a sense of, I'm hearing wholeness, well-beingness, okay, in the sense of success. Our success and our definition of, I'm hearing passion is not that by which others, let's say, for being here, I'm hearing in history and in the here and now still, okay, many people still have that egoic sort of stigmatic energy of saying, oh, well, you know what, it's a matter of you following I'm hearing, I almost said the losers, okay, we'll say, all right. Well, Spirit, all right, let's chill it. Okay, following the so-called leaders, I'm hearing that as well, whatever it is, you dig as you will, it's all subjective. Yeah, you can say that person is very smart, but is he just really good at the algorithm? The question is, who is the innovator? Okay, here, who is the leader? Who is the person who's willing to call out? I'm hearing also others I'm hearing in their own story and not sort of feel that that's going to be a reflection of their own dogma. Interesting. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to call this person out because it makes me feel more like who I am. Okay, or I'm not going to call them out because it makes me feel less of who I am. Who you are is not necessarily going to determine who that person is. How do we say this? Yeah, well, in the sense of saying that It's not a matter of like questioning the process, you know, just because someone here is so-called smart or however, it doesn't mean that your position in relation to them is any more or less valid. So this is just simply about one thing, and it is the throat chakra and activating it, getting really clear on saying, I will say it the way I feel it, and I'm not going to question why I've decided to say it. Okay, this is about your confidence. It's about your leadership, Cancer, and maybe another person here who is working with you in this space. It could be a similar parallel lesson when it comes to sort of activating and saying, hey, again, I'm here for that one thing that we call unconditional love, and I don't question why it is that I feel I want to welcome this new experience into my being. Wow, my being in this very moment, and I don't question where it goes. I don't question who says what. I don't question what I turn into, okay, as a social sort of, I'm hearing even, I'm hearing discussion, interesting, yeah, or I'm hearing even, I'm hearing conversation, okay? It's not about how others will further then interpret what it is that I'm so brave to call out right here, that I'm happy to call out. Some of you here, this is someone you love. This is something that, let's clear on the right side of the body. For some of you, you know that this is controversial. Somebody will be sort of creating a sort of structure or stigma around what it is that you are calling out freely as your personal truth. That's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? Yeah, this is the new dimension, guys. This is where we have to say, let's clear it. I stand before the threshold of the unknown. I am someone who's brave to do so. You may not be. That's okay. It doesn't define. Let's clear it in the throat chakra again, guys, and in the sacral chakra. What it is that I've done in the past, it doesn't tell me who I go on to be as in my future, and in the present moment, who I'm willing to become. Okay, more. I'm hearing more closely. I'm hearing related to. I'm hearing in my visionary state. In other words, I don't limit my consciousness to tell me or you who I can be. I'm hearing in absolute. Okay, I'm hearing potential. I'm hearing of calling out my real name. Some of you have something here that you want to align forces with. Yes. By the way, again, this is a channel message. Those of you who are curious, you're like, all right, I got 5 fingers. Let's do 5 options. She's either crazy or she's doing them, but yeah, she's doing some kind of drug. Okay, none, neither so far. Put your fingers down. It's not about that. All right, let's clear. Let's go. Some of you, you're going to face a battle here. Somebody here wants to kind of like, they want to poke at your potential. They want to maybe even make fun of it. And hey, yet again, Cancer, this is part of the discussion. That's what it takes to be honest, to be a fighter in this lifetime, right? We are here at a very pivotal time when the earth is ascending, and we are going to do that one thing of releasing exactly the most challenging point, okay, of karma. That means you have to be brave. Okay, sure, maybe like, okay, back in BC, back in AC, I mean, but even still, guys, okay, as a light worker here, yeah, you're usually going to be pushing that conversation along. If we don't have those particular, you know, points of the discussion that is held in the collective that stimulate and question people, it's going to be very hard to ascend, right? Okay, hence why you're here and why you matter and why the things that you do, even in the little ways of saying, hey, I'm not going to involve myself in that conversation, I'm not going to discuss it, okay, is you holding your light and really making an impact. Let's get further. Let's go. And not only that, okay, but also stimulating and spurring others to hold a similar discussion with themselves, to continue to live in their personal truth as well. So let's clear it. Yeah, someone here, let's clear it. I'm hearing Taurus, okay. Someone here is very clingy, okay, but actually in an indirect way. For some of you, this is actually a stigma. I hear it again like this, a dogma. Somebody here, it could be someone or something around someone. It could be, you know, even like a learning curve. I hear kind of energy where, you know, there's this sort of stage here where there's a little bit of like a fake energy. It's like, okay, we have to go through this particular stage. And for some of you, maybe you're observing this kind of like in your periphery saying, all right, this is not really real. This is more like a little bit of the Matrix energy here. We have to kind of like say, all right, okay, well, this is where people are at right now, and maybe this is you in the broader landscape of your storyline, right? With the collective in Cancer, I have to say, let's backtrack. This is you, by the way, tapping into your past life gifts as well. But as you ascend, you tap into your gifts. It's an illusion that we release shadow and that's that, right? We definitely have conversations here that are stimulated when it comes to what it is that we so-called, you know, we gain speed, right? We move forward. That means that we also, there are things that we absorb, and that is from the conversations that were in the past that were of the light as well. How do we say? You rake back in your positive karma when you release the stagnancy, okay? And specifically with the DNA and the family karma. So there are things that you're like kind of, I see, really ready to release now. And it is something that you're just kind of like gonna do. I feel that like you're not gonna question it. You're not gonna kind of like feel weird about it. I'm hearing that you're not going to like wonder why it is that you've come to this point to do what you're feeling guided to do. You don't need answers anymore. You don't need reasons, okay? And you don't need people to answer those questions, okay, as well, that maybe they have. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Sometimes it's like, well, am I second guessing this decision? No, I was pretty clear. But yeah, you may be picking up on the projected energies of those around you who are questioning what you're doing. Again, it's a good sign. People who are questioning are getting the hint that you are here for something extraordinary. Okay, with the Chariot upright. Let's clear it. Let's continue. Ace of Cups next to that Chariot. Yeah, Cancer, you're gonna level up. It's almost not even funny. I feel like for some of you, you're taking, for some of you, you're taking, I'm here, Somalia here with the King, but you're taking some historical karmic, okay, I'm hearing boatload really, okay, of belongings, okay, I'm hearing it in this way, and you're kind of just like taking them with you, and you're like, don't ask any questions, I know what I'm doing, and you just do what you need to do as well. And yeah, Princess of Cups, very interesting. Yeah, this is you kind of just saying, like, yet again, like, yeah, you're not looking back. No, Cancer, I'm here. I don't have time to like feel out why people don't feel me and where I'm at in my life. King of Pentacles upright. This is karma. I really feel this is something that, yeah, you're really transmuting. Oh wow, the sun. Yeah. Let's clear it. I'm hearing. Ooh, you'll understand. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing you will understand. Let's clear it. I'm hearing you've moved on. You've fully moved on, Cancer. Now, let's get further. There's also a very strong karmic sort of like, yeah, sort of inversion, okay, for the better, I'll say, where, you know, yeah, the karma is flipping and you will be getting payback. I'm hearing it in this way, again, in a good way, where the karma is so-called, it's balancing out, we'll say, okay? So there's something exciting. Let's clear it. Some of you here, you've been, yeah, this is especially for those of you who have not been doing what you're doing for like the conditional basis of, well, if I do this, then I get that. If I do this, then that happens. This is a matter, okay, of the, again, unconditional love space where you say, I just continue to do just me. And I don't really question where I go from there in terms of society standards. This is, yeah, unfortunately in society, we're really stuck in this dogma, okay, of, well, yeah, I need to become kind of like this person. And like, I need to kind of be like, have a place where people will respect me. No, because if you need someone to respect you, who is that person who will respect you due to one very particular thing, right? I mean, why would it be like that, right? So is it really that person whose respect you want as well? Okay, let's clear the energy and ground. And yeah, so it's not about you moving backwards to people's expectations. It's about looking forward, creating, and not thinking about who is going to resonate with you at that point in time where you are resonating vibrationally. So we have to flip the script and kind of just keep on moving forward. For some of you here, there is someone from the past who may be returning. Maybe they even want to apologize. Let's get here a few more energies out in relation to this space. And it may be something here, I'm hearing cultural. Maybe somebody here is like, oh, I had the wrong idea about you. Like, I'm sorry about that. And it's up to you, Cancer, what you want to do with that, right? Of course, we have to say, we're not here. Yeah, this is not like, oh yeah, he wants you now. It's like, go into the room. Here he is. It's like, excuse me? No, you have to really make the decision for yourself, of course, right? Let's clear it. R-E. If someone is in love with you, doesn't mean that you got to be in love with them back, all right? But you can appreciate. But what is appreciation doesn't mean that you take them back in and you love on them where they weren't appropriate with you. So it's about saying, well, good, you're realizing your karma. I want to say as well, though, Cancer, year 2022, we did a yearly reading. Go check it out, definitely. It's in the bio description box below, or you can hit up the Cancer playlist and zoom down to the 2022 reading. The timestamp is in that video. This is a very exciting year for you. You are transmuting a whole lot here, and yeah, alongside the water sign of Pisces, I feel like for the water signs, especially Cancer and Pisces, there's something that is just sort of flipping. And yeah, a lot of transitions here, a lot of transmutation. That Scorpio reading was very intense, but something was very particular about Cancer, and I like that because Cancer is very telling. It's the ruler of the IC, and that is the point of ultimately karma, we'll say as well. The opposing point to Saturn, which rules karma, right? The Midheaven. So let's get for those current what manifests in the broader land landscape here of life. We'll say in 3D. And for some of you here, let's clear it. You are actually defeating a very strong sort of paternal, but for some of you, it's a toxic masculine energy, and it is possibly, it runs in the family for some of you, or even however it is, okay? You're defeating this energy. This is someone maybe who thought that, yeah, they were very smart and very this and that, and you proved them wrong by way of just proving yourself right. It's not about proving them wrong, it's about proving yourself right to you. This is your conversation with you. There's no one here that you need to sort of make understand. I'm hearing as well your conversation, okay? I'm hearing with yourself. I hear like that. So this is somewhat of like a, let's go. You're taking a private approach. Yeah, we have REI, we have EAT, EAT. Let's go. Right there, I'm seeing like the pi sigma, something about like the, yeah, you take it as you will. It could be a verbal message. It could be a passive energy, absolutely as well. It's like, you're not going to rule me. You're not going to run me. Okay, just because you also want me. And I know you want me, but you're not coming forward in the way that works for me. I'm moving on. Yeah, ciao, cha-chow. I'm hearing, yeah, it's not cha-ching anymore. You're not going to also make money off of me. I'm going to leave and I'm going to do what I do best, okay? I'm going to do it in the way that I know I can do it best, and you're not going to tell me, you're not going to govern me in the way that I do what I need to do and that I will do, okay? Yeah, the things that I promised myself before coming to this planet. For some of you, this person is not going to be messing with your plans of success. This person has no business. Well, they're not involved. And I think you start to get to that point where you say, why am I respecting this person over what it is that is my very personal personality? Even I'm hearing that points, my features and my facets of who I am that are so unique. Why do I need to think about what this person is going to say about who I've been all along? I'm hearing like that. Ultimately, it's kind of silly, right? Like, imagine you're living on an island, okay, for like 25 years. Then all of a sudden it's like someone pops up and it's like they start critiquing who you are and what you do. It's like, excuse me? It's like, this is maybe a metaphor, guys, but yeah, this is kind of interesting. I feel like you don't need their approval ultimately, though. It's just the point that you get to, like, you start to re-strategize and reconfigure that energy in your life. And again, you can have appreciation for it, but you will not necessarily, okay, with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, really kind of like strategically orient yourself in relation to it. Let's clear. It's like, okay, you can chill on the island, but I'm not going to say that you own my story. I'm hearing it like that. Wow, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing 4-4 here. I kid you not, all over. Yeah, this is really very interesting. Really very interesting, yeah. Yeah, check it out. Maybe you can catch that, but it says 4-4, yeah. So for some of you, let's clear it. This is about you kind of just saying, like, yet again, like, I am going to have a private life, and that requires of me to be very focused on, you know, who I am, right? Yeah, because that's who you are when you are holding private time with yourself. People who have trouble having a private life, yeah, and they always need to kind of like, let's clear it, they need approval from others. Like, they're usually not comfortable with themselves, and that is a bigger question, right? So let's clear it. I'm hearing my fuel is my life. And so that's where you're sort of flipping the energy and you're saying, let's clear it. You're flipping the script and you're flipping the standard. And for some of you, this is a metaphor. Like, I don't need a man to make me feel more like a woman. I'm hearing that as well. Yeah. This is really the flip, you guys. Like, let's clear it. It's a flip. Yeah, I'm here. I don't need to feel like I'm all dolled up and like someone's appreciating me. No, I'm doing that for myself, and I get a kick out of, yeah, when I cultivate, I'm hearing the life that they wish to lead. Ooh, very interesting. I'm seeing, like, let's clear it. Yeah, you're feminine, very strong feminine energy for some of you, or this is just simply the divine feminine energy in everyone, regardless of gender. What is gender? Right? On other dimensions, we're not just like masculine, feminine, please. All right, that separation occurs here on planet Earth, right? Somehow, let's clear it. You don't have to see it as separation, though. It's all perspective. But anyways, yeah, it's like, so this is a matter of the resurgence of the divine feminine energy. And you start to see, Cancer, as you ascend, how specifically those holding especially the toxic masculine energies will be responding to you. And it's really from that point of like, actually, damn, I wish I kind of had what she had going there. And we're talking about strong masculines, okay? Somehow the so-called machos, okay, are looking at, the so-called alphas. I'm hearing the machinery. I'm hearing machine in hand. I'm hearing gun in the other. I don't know what that's alluding to. Let's clear. Like, they're kind of like looking at you like you make them want to feel like feminine. I'm hearing that. Yeah, no, this is what we're talking about. So but to do that, Cancer, you gotta really be really into you. You gotta really, really super love you. And it's not about looking over at them and thinking, are you loving what I'm doing here for you? No, because it's not for you. This is for me. That's how we step into that really, really beautiful sort of energy of saying, I nourish myself. That's really the divine feminine. It's not me just coming over to your side of the park of the fence and saying, hey, you want to play? Yeah, let's go to the sandbox. Like, no, bro. Okay, if the sands of time need to run out, if it means, yeah, being honest, okay, with the fact that you're not ready to create this together, then so be it, all right? Yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play on my own. I'm all good with that. For some of you here, you have to make sure that, for some of you, this person also understands your standard, because, and that's possibly why someone here has not, they've parked on the side of your life. They haven't quite come forward because spirit, your guides, have had watch over you. And this is what I'm here for some, not everyone's message. I'm hearing Melissa very strongly here. It's really about Queen of Wands. Yep, absolutely, at the base of the Six of Cups. This is about you understanding what it is you really want in your life. Sometimes, yeah, it's an illusion that something just didn't happen, right? Nothing's random. King of Wands in reverse next to the Queen of Torches of bright Cancer. I understand what I want now. Yeah, and it maybe for some of you, actually, it's like, hey, I'm not really favoring, okay, this particular flavor of ice cream. So I think I'm going to have it after dinner. I'm going to enjoy my dinner first, and then maybe we'll do some ice cream, okay? I'm hearing it like that. Some of you, yeah, it's like the script has flipped. Like, I don't really know if I want to, like, meet up. I'm hearing that as well. Or, like, if I want to have, like, you know, I'm hearing, like, a meeting. I'm hearing a meeting. Again, let's go. Yeah, Cancer, no, there's no more debate, really. It's more how you feel. So for some, yeah, maybe you were like really hot and like bothered and like you really wanted to like hang out with someone. Now it's like, okay, well, listen, I mean, yeah, there's not really like this huge thirsty rush, you know, to kind of like dive in and like make sure we're both hitting the bottom of the, you know, the sea of the ocean. Yeah, that's like, if you're not here, you're not here. And it's like, I'm not going to make sure you're doing your karma ultimately as well, you know, to be brave enough to stand up in the space with both of us, standing next to one another. It's like someone has too much ego, way too much ego. Yeah. So yeah, ooh, Cancer. All right, some of you are really maybe even thinking, you know, it's like for some of you, like, what's the deal? For some, all number of you, someone wants to come back around their mountain. They're not sure. I'm hearing their mountain. They're still calling it their mountain. All right. Yeah. I'm seeing 4-4 everywhere here. Every time I look at the clock, it's like I see 4-4 for you. Yeah, let's clear the energy. Yeah, they're wanting to make sure you're still available. That's how long it's been for some of you. For some of you, this person not sure if you're even, yeah, they're really not sure, like, what's up? 3 of Cups on the 2 of Pentacles or something that you've just kind of, like, released. I feel like it's a large number of you. They're looking at you, but they're not sure if you're really looking at them. Yeah, they're not sure. This is for some of you. They're an avid drinker of coffee. I see that with the Death card. I'm tasting, like, coffee in my mouth right there. They don't know if you're really into them. I'm hearing that. They don't know. I'm hearing that. 10 of Swords are really intimidated. Let's clear. I'm hearing they're in shock even. For some of you, they're not sure if you would, again, I'm here to still be interested, like, if you would be willing to kind of, like, well, I don't know if they have the wrong idea with you. Like, maybe this is for some of you who knew this person in the past and, like, you guys got very physical, but, like, it wasn't at the standard that you needed it to be. I'm hearing that they weren't possibly commitment, let's say potential so-called at that point, and you knew it, and so you just walked on. You're like, I don't think you're really gonna be getting serious with me, so yeah, I gotta go. All right, that's my standard, and you best know it. You'll understand when, yeah, you see I'm no longer like looking your way. I'm hearing that. That's fine. I'm hearing through the eyeglass through the people, like you were kind of playing along, flirting with someone, maybe even stalking them. They were stalking you, stalking them, and then it just gets to the point you're saying, I'm gonna drop the leaf blower as well. I'm not gonna pretend to be the freaking gardener so that, you know, you see that I'm interested in you. Empress upright, the 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, now this person is like, well, I don't know, hot damn. I really don't, yeah. She's still like looking around for, I'm hearing my way for me, Hermit on the 2 of Torches. Now, this is not to make you in any shape or form feel like maybe we could have had a thing and maybe it's time and maybe it's, you know, this is about like, if there is potential, they will show up. So the point is that this person needs to actually step forward. I still see there's some hesitation, but I'm going to be quite honest here, Cancer. I feel like it's by way of you having ascended. So now it's a little bit ironic because the question is now, how do we kind of manage where we're now at both? I'm looking at these 2 pentacles as illustrated on this card. The 2 of Pentacles. It's very interesting. I see that there's definitely been a shift. And, right, why are we juggling, right? Can we hold one ball in each hand and say which one is it that we're going to step forward with first? That I'm hearing, yeah, in terms of the conversation, like, I feel like this person I'm seeing in New York, they have to kind of, like, be aware that you guys are not in competition and that this is not something antagonistic and that they should not be intimidated by you, okay? Let's clear it. I'm hearing, oh, yeah, I'm hearing, I see someone going flushed in the cheeks, like, they're shy, they're embarrassed even, like, they want this with you, but they're nervous. I hear that again. They really don't know if, like, well, but then that's what they need to get through. That's exactly the karma they need to get through. Devil. With the Prince of Pentacles. He's very, very shy, very intimidating. Oh no, you guys, they really, really like you. But they're willing to put a lot on the line here. I hear that as well, but it's like he's stepping forward, just like, you know, I'm hearing leopard foot by leopard foot, okay? Yeah, on the stage, like, but he's not sure. I'm hearing it like this as a he, but it always takes you all. If you're gonna accept them, take them back in, be proud of them. I'm hearing be brave with them, but that's no, I'm sorry. You are the very reason why they're not brave. Okay, like, so I don't think, and they may be projecting. 7 of Pentacles, yeah, 6 of Pentacles, the universe, which is the world in this particular deck, the 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, they're extremely intimidated. They want to do something very particular with you, but they're kind of like nervous. We have Justice in the theme. Oh my God. I feel this person, for a small number of you, they want in back in, they want in back in. They're trying to maybe tell you cryptically. It's like, they want back in, you guys, but like, in a very, they're going to tell you in an incognito way. We got the Lovers in the theme. They're really, for some of you, let's go, they're super uncomfortable about the idea of, you know, changing the pace of the game. For some of you, maybe they kind of told you something in the past. They're not sure if, like, oh my God, let's clear it. In the crown chakra, there is a lot of love here, but let me tell you, there's a little bit too much heat at times. All right. This person, yeah, they get kind of, I'm hearing Kundalini rising. They got caught up in the passion, but even before, not even with you guys, it's what you make them feel, but like at a distance. So yeah, it's one of those moments where you're like, why is this person like avoiding me, running away? It's like, because you're triggering them. You're triggering the holy for freaking bejesus out of them. Yes, you are. This is for some. And I feel like, yeah, they are starting to realize what will happen. I feel in this particular scenario is that this person will realize that, and they're going to then realize that it's not going to do anything, okay, to run from that feeling. If anything, you know, hey, like, do we know if we're compatible? Let's talk about it. Let's try. Let's not run away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't do anything. And so maybe at a certain point, you know, yeah, the connection was still kind of like, well, we're kind of in love, but like clearly, like, it's not manifesting. But then now it's like, I see you step back and you said, I'm not going to do for you what you need to do for yourself. King of Cups. And that was the best thing you honestly could have done, Cancer. Let's clear it. This person, for a small number of you, maybe even had an addiction or something that was causing them not to be able to really fully see the light and the potential in this particular circumstance. The 5 of Swords leading them out. Now, for those of you like wondering, again, this is channeling. I know we're moving really quickly. Sometimes, you know, Spirit has the messages, but there is very quickly here on offhand. But for some of you, and that always so many reasons for what, yeah, I find it very symbolic, though. You're definitely on. Yeah, but I'm not on anything. For those of you wondering, I'm not on anything, guys. Yeah, don't even try that here with the trolls. Trolls being, oh yeah, you're on drugs. No, I'm not. I've never been on drugs. Never will be on drugs in this lifetime. Can't speak for last lifetimes. Okay, got a few of those, but not in this lifetime. All right, as it is believed, right? We'll say. We never know what's what, right? I definitely know. Yeah. Well, let's clear it. We'll say. Yeah, there's definitely, yeah, well, as a light worker, okay, as a star seed, right, you have some sort of vantage point of Earth, okay, that is unique, we'll say, okay, so, yeah, but, you know, technically we'll say, you know, what is what, right, how do we know, yeah, unless you're doing passive regression, but even so, okay, yeah, definitely had visions, but let's clear it. I had, yeah, a few visions, okay, past lives, but, again, we can say, yeah, that, who knows really, even, you know, I mean, what is the role of the past life, right? What is time and space? King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. For some of you, this person here, let's clear it. Yeah, time and space are an illusion. So can we really say, well, I mean, what is past? And I'm actually interestingly starting to realize more of the simulation energy. But anyways, yeah, so let's get further. Let's go. But it's important to stay grounded, right? 4 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. On the King of Cups, yeah, some of you, there is something going on with someone's family. There is something controversial, and again, maybe it is a past life energy. Maybe, for example, some of you, you know that there's a lot of potential, but then, yeah, there's a heavy conversation that you gotta have, like, should you be interested? But then that's, again, the point, and I feel like this person, if they are standing back from the conversation with you because of something such as karma, the Wheel of Fortune right then, with the Princess of Cups, Prince of Torches, 6 of Torches, 2 of Cups, and the Strength card, wow, with the Prince of Cups in reverse in the theme, like, they are gonna get to the point where they realize, like, I'm not going to lose the love of my life because of something karmic that happened in a past life. So for some of you, it's like, well, hey, you know, maybe it's that there is a lot of past life energy here at play in the connection, and it's always up to you to determine, right, what's what, but, and how you choose to integrate that energy into your current present timeline. Sometimes it really kind of like, it matters how it is that you interpret the past, right, so-called, and you make the choice to do so. So yeah, for some of you though, the question is, yeah, am I going to let the so-called past run my so-called future and dictate how it is that I live my life currently. It's always your decision, right? So for some of you, this is about transmuting the karma and really jumping. Let's clear it. For some of you, they have to respect their life here in this present moment and say, I live enough who I really am, and I live enough of who I am to, and again, 4-4 right there on the clock, to stand. I'm here to stand forward, but to move with stamina enough in the direction of saying, I don't know where I go. Okay? I am just coming back into me, and that doesn't mean that I go anywhere. It doesn't mean that I leave anywhere. It doesn't mean that I actually lose anything. For some of you, this is someone here who has possibly even a reputation that is is technically held in high regard, but they're realizing that their professional self is very different from their personal self, and who they are professionally should not be dictated by maybe who they are emotionally, and vice versa. So yeah, maybe they're trying to mix and meld, and they're thinking, who am I going to be in every situation, like, all together. I mean, I don't know, guys, for everybody what that's alluding to, but yeah, they're kind of realizing that that's not something that they can negotiate. Like, in other words, okay, yeah, if they love one thing and they love another thing, and those are two parts of themselves, how is it that they have to allow one thing to make something else not right? Or yeah, so let's clear it. Or more right. Yeah, it's not about validating. Let's clear it. The pieces of the puzzle, right? We have to put them together, and we'll understand at the end. Sometimes we think, oh my gosh, like, no, like, did they make a mistake? No, you're not a mistake. Your hunches, I'm hearing that, your impulses, okay, as a creative being, and one who is I'm hearing knowing of thyself, okay, knowing of your own story. Justice in the theme is you're not going to make I'm hearing a mistake, and something being easy is not an indicator that it is right. Ultimately, the transmutation of karma is challenging, but you have been, I mean, for some of you, chosen definitely to hold some pretty challenging karma here on planet Earth at this time, and that relates to your love life. We have NY. I see that here in the charms, New York. It could be a very particular message. Let's clear it. For some of you, I see this you guys, like, very intense. I see you, like, running up to someone. It's like, I can't live without you, okay? Yeah, this is a Tower right then. Oh, boy. Justice in reverse. Some of you feel like it's an injustice, or somebody does. You can flip it, guys. If it's your energy, theirs. Obviously, I feel there's some mirroring, but no. It's like, listen, there's too much love here. Okay, like, yeah, I mean, it's even from the point of, like, I feel this person freaks out. They're like, wait, you're not moving on, are you? It's like their rational mind maybe, like, says one thing, and then their heart reaches back out to you. It's like, wait, but, like, on an energetic level, like, their heart sort of pings. It's like, wait, no. It's like, I know my mind is sort of tricking me. Yeah. Let's clear the energy, maybe. Yeah, for some of you, they're acting like they for some of you, they're prioritizing their business, their company, their finances. Two of Cups. This is really a strong connection, guys. I mean, I feel like for some of you have spirit guides root. They're very much in love with you two as well. Okay, let's see what else is here. Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords. Yeah, but this is something you're gonna have to, it's like you gotta, like, really pin the pressure point here. Like, it's that one awkward thing. It's like, we're gonna tell the crocodile that he's gotta get I'm hearing $100 bill. I hear that. Wait, what? Let's clear in the throat chakra. I'm hearing hunting. I don't know. Like, for some of you, there's something, like, a little bit strange going on. Some of you, there's the third person here. It can be family or something, like they have a prior obligation. They're gonna have to. Yeah, let's clear. I'm hearing that song by U2, With or Without You. I'm hearing Barbara. I'm not gonna sacrifice this. So it's almost like a process of elimination, right? Sometimes we have a lot of options, so-called as we think, right? We say, well, sorry, Cancer, about that, the phone cut. Yeah, it's like you have many options, many alternatives, so-called, to doing a particular thing, carrying out a particular discussion. I'm hearing that as well. But then it gets to the point where it's like, it's not about the opportunities, okay? Where I find that I can sort of really accent my love and my passion, okay? What I feel for this person, I'm hearing as well, or this project, or whatever. I'm here for some of you, even for this community, or this group. I'm hearing that. This is a matter of just what I feel, and there's only really the discussion point at that point of what you do about that, right? Because otherwise our logical mind is sort of at the forefront, and the logical mind can process what it is we're feeling, but it doesn't necessarily act for us, right? Okay, well, yeah, let's clear it in the third chakra. Someone has been dilly-dallying because of the mind, because of the logical desire, okay? The desire to sort of Hey Cancer, again the phone cut there. Yeah, I find it very, very interesting. Right then. So yeah, it's a matter of how they are maneuvering through what they're feeling. And the logical mind right now, or for a period of time at least, I feel more so in the past, has been really, really integral for them to sort of process, again, what they're feeling. But that doesn't necessarily like prove what they're feeling. It doesn't necessarily, I mean, they can feel like it does intellectually, or they may even sort of come to the conclusion that what they feel is not right, because the logical mind is sort of like a humane, okay, capacity to sort of filter through what we feel emotionally, what we feel intuitively. So yeah, but really, actually, interestingly enough, the intuition is truly the conversation I'm hearing of the highest self. So that's kind of like the point of faith then, right? Not necessarily understanding or feeling, but faith. So for some of you, there's been someone, yeah, King of Wands again in reverse. They've been questioning what they've been feeling, possibly. And I feel like for some of you, there is a financial question here. Maybe for a small number of you, even they've been like wanting to save up. For some of you, they've been strategizing. But for some of you as well, like this has been a matter of confidence, and maybe purely it's a matter of saying, hey, like how can I actually kind of just act on my desire here without feeling that I need to go anywhere prior to that point. We have the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, they really do respect you. They want a very particular conversation with you, is what I'm hearing. Queen of Torches in reverse. They feel they've needed to be kind of like more silent here, possibly strategic. Let's clear up. Well, they've needed to plan because they didn't want to ruin this opportunity. This is what I'm hearing for some of you. Queen of Torches in reverse, King of Torches in reverse. They're both coming through again in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles upright. I feel like this person does really want to ensure that the way that they step forward is going to be sort of like long lasting, actually, is what I'm hearing for some as well. So there can be something here that, yeah, they feel like they also want, whatever this is, like if it is an offering, they want this approach that they take towards you to be appropriate. But I still feel for larger, I feel like this person has had something a bit of like a passivity energy where they have kind of had this question of like action, okay? Like maybe they were kind of, yeah, not really acting on their impulses. So this is something that regardless of what, yeah, let's clear, they feel like they actually have something that they really want to accomplish, but that has been affecting, okay, their confidence again, and I'm in this space, their desire to sort of work with you in tandem has been sort of like, yeah, subtly undermining their feeling of the potential to step forward. For some of you, okay, and that's not your problem. You should never step down as a position of a queen to kind of like remind the king that he's a king, okay? Never, because that's the point, right? He's a king because you're a queen. So you remaining as a queen and you remaining, period, and saying, I empower you, but I will also step away if you're not able to acknowledge yourself as a king. If that person is truly a king, and they are in this particular scenario, I do feel for a large number of you, then they will reappear remembering that they are a king because they remember that it's not that they're not a king. Okay, yeah, so for some of you though, yeah, and so this is a matter of kind of like this person realizing and needing to realize that they need to step up. King of Swords in reverse on that Queen of Pentacles upright, realizing that it's not a competition. It's not that they have to be better or worse. It's not that they, okay, yeah, it's not about like on either side of the spectrum needing to also understand or overly fathom what it is that you guys can actually create together. It's really, really not about that energy, okay, at all, actually. And they may have actually carried that energy on the past and they realize it completely sabotaged your connection. So for some of you with the King of Swords in reverse as well and that Queen of Pentacles upright, there is something here of a question of the society, okay, expectations, reputation. They're very intimidated. I feel this person was thinking a lot about like, you know, maybe they, hey Cancer, sorry about that, the phone cut yet again. So yeah, I feel like there's something, we were saying there may even be a religious upbringing or something that was very particularly strict. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, yeah, with the King of Swords in reverse. It's interesting you guys are coming through as these duplicates of the court cards. For some of you, yes, there is a lot of like passion here. I feel like you remind them even of a side of themselves that they're afraid to sort of like tap into. You guys are really triggering and mirroring each other. I feel, well, let's clear, this is not for everyone, but for some, there's a lot of like parallelisms. For some of you, there is something of this upbringing energy, though I'm picking up on that again, like where maybe this person, yeah, something was influencing, okay, they're sort of like, yeah, how they were sort of even viewing themselves. So let's get a little bit further. The card that has fallen on the ground is the Three of Pentacles. For some of you, there's something about someone's parents or family. I'm hearing again their upbringing. For a small number of you, yeah. Nine of Wands in reverse, the Three of Pentacles. They really, again, I'm hearing they really like you. For some of you, they may honestly have Cancer, the phone keeps cutting. Okay, and right then I see the Two of Cups with Judgment. So this is about just really calling it out from the heart space and getting very honest with that. Now, for some of you, right before we tune it out, and the Six of Cups is remaining interesting. What I'm getting, let's clear it down the left side of the body. This is making me think of the Pisces reading of this particular series, Venus and Pisces. And you may want to check that video out if you feel guided, of course, always heed your, yeah. But your personal intuition. But yeah, I feel like for some of you, this person is like even imagining having children with you. This is for some, but like they're thinking, oh my gosh, I've never had these feelings. I've never been in a situation where I wanted this with someone. I'm hearing that as well, where I felt like I really kind of was willing. Yeah, for some of you, they're dreaming of you as well, and this is just like a new experience. For some of you though, they're actually very logical usually. Maybe this is their line of work. They could be a lawyer. They could be the legal field. Something that requires of them to be like extremely like, you know, sort of thoughtful even about certain things that are more like kind of grounded in this particular rooted the earth element. I'm hearing that as well here with the 2 cups. I'm looking at the backdrop of this sort of sandy earthly sort of backdrop there. For some of you, let's clear it. They're thinking more about like how to sustain a proper lifestyle. Yeah, with someone that you love. It's like something kind of rudimented though and regimented, but they're thinking like kind of from it, yeah, but in a way that is like almost like kind of extreme. Like they're not, let's clear in the throat chakra. It's affecting how they, and I think this is subconsciously. I do believe this is subconsciously. I don't think that if you talk to them that they would actually communicate about this, or they would possibly about certain things, but this would definitely impact, like I feel like this was subtly sort of influencing the way they were able to be emotional with you. For some of you, yeah, but this is definitely, I feel, more past energy. Let's see what else though really quickly. Let's clear it. I feel that this person here, they have a lot to say to you, actually, interestingly, and this is the question of the love language, ultimately, how they're able to sort of assert themselves. I want to get here a little bit further when it comes to this. Yeah, I want to see when it is that you may find that there is some sort of opening here with that Mercury and Scorpio that came through. I think it was for Taurus, or was it Libra? They may have strong Taurus or Libra in the birth chart. Moon in Virgo. For some of you, there's something that they need to clear. They need to clear the self-talk, the self-doubt, ultimately, and the energies that are related maybe to them peripherally, maybe as a reputation space, well, at their job or in their family or in their society, okay, in the social realm, okay, but and really sort of understand like why it is that is at play when it comes to the personal life. So it's about purging, okay, certain energies possibly as well when it comes to things that they actually not only should do but want to do. So there's a distinction, right? Yeah, whenever we're sort of listening to the overarching dogma of a certain society, I'm hearing, or faith organization, there is usually going to be that like, yeah, everyone's the same is better. It's like for some of you, yeah, this person, I see a whale or a dolphin here. Let's go. They're starting to realize that actually not everyone is the same. So everyone has kind of like another conversation. Why is it that we would define that person? So they're kind of like looking at this possibly around themselves. Like they're seeing other people in this space and they're saying, well, why should we kind of judge that person? For some of you here, yeah, they're going to then kind of bring it to themselves. But I feel this is really about bravery and it is very intimidating. So let's clear it. Yeah, it's almost like, well, I can't imagine myself doing that, but it's just kind of like the point where they have to act. Let's get a little bit further. I want to see further where when you may find that there is some kind of action this person may take that is kind of like, we'll say shocking, or yeah, a shift here in the dynamic. We have Jupiter in Pisces. Interesting. That's where we're at right now. We have Mercury in Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. Interesting. Moon in, again, we said Virgo. Moon in Libra as well. Definitely you may want to check out the Libra reading. We got Saturn in Leo. We've got here Mars in Gemini. For some of you, I feel this person does want to propose to you. I'm just hearing that. We have Jupiter in Capricorn as well. Something may have to gone down as well during that particular transit. For some of you, there is a question of their family. I hear that again, but also possibly their finances. So let me know how you like this reading, Cancer. Always take it easy. We'll see you in the next video. Cancer, it's so funny because right when I clicked off, I saw 4 again. So maybe even your guides here, you know, they're encouraging you to keep the faith in this space. So always take it as you will. Bye, you guys. We'll see you in the next videos. And I'm hearing also Sagittarius. You may want to check out the Sagittarius reading. Bye. Guys, it's the weirdest thing. Right when I'm closing it out, I feel like my lips are like shaking, like they're quivering, and I feel like this person honestly is so freaked out or scared. So maybe it's like Spirit has been saying like try to keep an open mind. Like this person doesn't necessarily, I mean, maybe they even do come off quite like they know what they're talking about, especially if they're very much like an intellectual type, like maybe they're very knowledgeable. Just know that they're, you know, the emotional side of things, the emotional side of how it is that they express themselves to you, and in general may not be quite how do we say, I mean, or even to themselves, may not be fully sort of incongruent yet. All right, so we'll see you in the next videos. Oh my God, Cancer, the energy is relentless. Okay, sometimes this happens with certain videos. I feel like this person has a lot to say to you, and I feel, and I was closing it out, I was hearing, I have a hard time expressing myself to you. Let's clear it in the sacral chakra. The fact that this is so insistent, I feel this person really, really wants you to know that, but they're just having some kind of trouble in telling you that. So they kind of want you to know that. They also, yeah, they see you, and I feel like you really, you give them hope in some sense here, Cancer. So that doesn't mean, again, that you are sort of like to be their so-called savior and to do their karma for them, but to just sort of remember that you following your path is inspiring, okay? Even to, yeah, those who may not, fully sort of, how do we say, I feel this person loses words with you. It's like they don't know how to how do we say, for some of you, this is something physical. I feel like when they come around you physically, like they kind of get weak. I hear that. They don't know what to do. They don't know what they're doing anymore. I'm hearing that. They don't know what they've done. I'm hearing that even. It's like they get nervous. I'm hearing that. Like I see this person again, like their lips are like shaking a little bit. They're quivering. For some of you, this is a matter of like coming off in a very manly way. I feel this person has a lot of trouble when it comes to like actually, expressing themselves to you, because they realize that you're also, you're a very deep person, and you're not here for just kind of like seeing someone kind of perform. I hear that. So maybe they're very nervous. I'm hearing physically. For some of you, I feel this person does really, really kind of appreciate you, but they sometimes have trouble sort of, yet again, let's backtrack around, to protect you. I'm hearing that. Interesting. Maybe, how do we say? Maybe they do want to sort of have a certain moment with you, but they're not sure if you would be appropriate in that space for them. Interesting. How do we say this? Like, maybe for some of you, this is your reputation. They don't know if this is something that you would want. I'm hearing that as well. So I feel this person sometimes is like thinking a lot in they're in their mind. And so we have RI, it could be Rhode Island. For some of you, like you haven't met in a long time. It's so funny because literally right here it says long time. For some of you, this person is a little bit paranoid, like they're not sure if you're going to still see them in the same way, but I feel like they will get, this is more like subconscious. This is them talking a bit like to themselves. I feel like they are kind of getting hard on themselves though, and they're judging themselves. They're looking at you and your career, and then they're looking at themselves in a certain space as well. For some of you, this is just a matter of maybe the label. They're not sure, if you're still sort of like interested in them. I hear that again, like if you are appropriate in this space, I hear that, or if this is like appropriate for you, or I feel that they want to, let's go. They could have a Mars and Gemini. We have Mars and Gemini there. They really want you to respect them. But yet again, Cancer, like even if someone does want that, right, it's like it's always going to be a matter of how it is that you remain in that space that is most empowering for you, no matter what. It doesn't matter, oh, he's shy, he's so, that's cute. No, it's not cute, it's karma, and they have to go through it, right? There's nothing like to be shy about, right? That is a fear space. That is a shadow space of I'm not good enough for this person. I'm not ready for this. Okay, why would one feel that way? Because should they come upon that premise here with you, usually it's either like they're feeling very shy, and then they feel they need to overpower or overcome or overcompensate. So for some of you, if you're dealing with someone who has these two sides of them, or on one hand, this is toxic masculinity energy. They can be very like, and very much sort of like brave and like proud at one point, and then it's like on the other hand, it's like you realize there's a shyness. That's them needing to move through their karmic hindrances, and that's something that is serious, and they really got to do that. So this is not to be like, oh hey, like you should help them wean off of their fears. This is a matter of them just getting to that point where they eradicate, the conversation in the back of their mind that tells them they're not good enough for this. We'll see you in the next video. Oh my goodness, guys. This is like, honestly, no, Cancer. Like, I've not felt an energy like this in years. Okay, I'm hearing, again, like, there's something that still wants to come through. I feel this person has a lot that they have to get off their chest with you. I mean, they've possibly gone to years without, for some, this person may work in the news. Maybe they're in politics even. I'm seeing that. We have SNL coming through here. Take it as you will. We have Nomad. I feel this person for many of you is like the type of, they're very so-called intelligent. They have a lot of energy. I'm hearing that when it comes to their cerebral sort of stamina space. They're very like kind of they're a thinker, but they're very thoughtful about things as well. But then it makes you think like, why wouldn't they think about those more emotional nuances? But yet again, it's not that they're not thinking about those things, I feel. It's just that the question is how, they're not showing you. Now, for some of you, let's go in the sacral chakra. This person is, the way you'll know who this is, they're not letting you go. Okay, when you feel that they're still there. They're still, For some of you, this is someone from the past, and maybe you know who this is. I'm hearing St. Barth's. I'm hearing Berta. I'm hearing Bertha. For some of you, maybe they like to joke around a lot. Again, I feel like you kind of, again, I hear this for you, Cancer, like you stepped away and you said, it's just not good enough for me. Yeah, you're funny. Sure, you're funny. We literally have SNL here spelled out with the charms. It's like, but we have to get really, we got to click. Like, I cannot like talk to myself in the mirror as well, and those real talks that I need to have, but then just laugh with you, you know, in front of the podium. Like, we need to have a real conversation where we're really speaking about the same real thing, right? When we really come down to it. And it's not just a thing. It's not just anything. It's one very particular thing, and it's not a thing. It's an emotion. So even, yeah, if we do have these moments that are more lighthearted and we both like those moments together with one another, we also have to be willing to get vulnerable. So I feel like some of you had a very intense connection here and you needed to dispatch this. So yeah, guys, let me know if you like this video. Hit the like button. Let's go. Anything else? Some of you have a very intense past life with this person. There is a question of reputation. This energy has come through in countless readings, and specifically Cancer, specifically Sag. We had a few readings recently for Cancer and Sag that were just like very much the sort of vibe. Yeah. So even Leo, always take it as you will though. Yeah, but for some of you, let's clear it. This is like the sort of, it's in their DNA almost kind of vibe, like the fear of like stepping forth on the basis and the premise of emotion and intuition. But they need to understand that that is not something to necessarily fear. But they have a reason to fear that due to a past life energy. I feel for some of you largely, they're very, very scared that it would undermine, okay, the presence politically. I'm hearing that, oh, I don't know what that's linked to for everybody, but you take it as you will. That could again be, that could be a past life. But for some of you, yeah, but they do really respect you, and that's the trouble. Like, for some of you, they really like you, okay? And it's like, then they're thinking to themselves, it's like, but then how, yeah, they feel like, we have Sloan here, S-L-O-N, but then they're thinking S-L-O-N-E, but then it's like, they're wondering, like, but how could this be? They're literally, they don't understand how they could be in the situation. This is possibly not for everyone, but for some of you, I think you'll know what this is. We have NM, New Mexico. For some of you, like, they fall in love with you very quickly. For some of you, this person spends a lot of time around men. I see that, maybe masculine energies, not necessarily that's in the light. For some of you, yeah, this is a moment where they're realizing that you are sort of spinning, I'm hearing the bill on that, like what it means to actually, yeah, I'm hearing come to work on Monday as well and leave on Tuesday. Okay, going to the hotel to have a drink and a bite to eat. I don't know what that's about. For some of you, you're defying their sort of expectations when it comes to, so no, but I'm hearing Pisces, but yet again, for some of you here, I'm hearing Leo, Libra, Cancer. Like, this person needs to understand, and I feel this is part of the conversation, that you are not going to like still stick around to sort of wait until they understand that you are a serious person when it comes to everything in your life, if we're honest. What you expect emotionally from somebody, and etc. All of the factors of what it makes you happy ultimately. So you're not going to sacrifice that. So yeah, I feel this person needs to kind of, as they see it, step up to the conversation. We'll see in the next videos. And remember, always take your wheels clear and throw chakra. Yeah, and they have something that they want to, yeah, clear, and let's go and throw chakra. But it's like, I almost feel this person wants like to have your attention, but they have to do this, I'm hearing, on their own as well. Again, always take your wheels. We'll see in the next. Cancer, I'm also hearing, yeah, I wanted to mention this and then we got on a tangent there. Something about protection. Like, this person feels like they need you to they're not sure if you should protect them or they should protect you, and they're almost seeing it as like, I'm hearing they need to see you as equals. I'm seeing 1144 here. They need to get to that point where they're realizing it's not like them who protects you necessarily or you who protects them. And so they're they're very much in their mind about this, you guys. They're having a lot of trouble, I feel. Okay, really, really, really just kind of like stripping it down, getting really kind of diluting the fear space and saying, I don't need to figure out like how it is that I'm hearing she will love me. Should I be just kind of like vulnerable? So we'll see in the next video. Oh my God, Cancer, I'm just going to give up on hitting that red button. Honestly, for some of you, this person is going cuckoo. And I mean cuckoo. They're really thinking, they're racking their brain. They feel like, for some of you, they may feel like they're about to lose out on the opportunity. For some of you, they're just not sure if you see them as like quacky these days. Okay, I'm just not quick enough. I feel their self-talk space really needs to kind of have I'm hearing a revamp. For a small number of you, yeah, this person, they're thinking about the approach. I'm hearing, they're thinking about, if I'm hearing wedding, I'm hearing that, but they're thinking, let's go into the, if you're not meant to know that, you would not have been at this video, so don't worry. But yeah, I'm hearing they're thinking if they should invite you to a vacation. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing vacation. Should I? Yeah, so take it as you will. We'll see in the next video.